We are in the realms of Slings Myofascial Training, and with a Pilates-inspired exercise we call dynamic spiraling mermaid. The movement will still focus in part on muscular lengthening and strengthening and coordination. In other parts, though, it will bring fascial qualities more to the forefront. Fascial qualities like glide and viscoelasticity. So the quality of fascia to elastically lengthen and recoil. Martina will be demonstrating the movements, and I will elaborate on the myofascial training aims we have, as well as I will incorporate some tactile instructions. You can do the mermaid like Martina does in tailor sit, or you can do it in Z sit. The pelvis is centered and the spine elongated. We still start with awareness to the central core, so the center. Pelvic floor muscles, transverse abdominis, the multifidi and the diaphragm, so breath consciously incorporated. The center is engaged very lightly, just enough to elongate and dynamically stabilize the spine. And then Martina is expanding her awareness to her whole myofascial core. So the deep front line in the upper body occupies space. So that sense of spaciousness, upwards, outwards, front, back, is an expansion to awareness to the central core, the center. When Martina takes her arms out to the side to set up the starting position, it's even more a sense of reaching out, reaching up. So widening, broadening across the shoulders, lifting up from the crown of the head while staying grounded. So sit bones by sense anchored to the floor. So from here, the movement starts with a side bend. So it's lateral flexion, elongated, a muscular focus here in terms of lengthening or eccentrically strengthening, if you like, of the lateral flexors of the spine, of course neck muscles included. Then there is a spiraling movement, and Martina initiated by taking her hand down, so it's hand, arm, shoulder, spiraling of the ribcage, thoracic spine. It's a generous movement, and then back into a side bend. And from here, we call this a domino technique. Martina lowers her arm and she lets the weight of her arm take the body to the other side, elastically loading, recoiling on the left side. So it's a slow, guided side bend. It's a generous spiraling down, so the sense of lengthening and glide from the shoulder all the way down to the lower back and pelvis. A return to a side bend, long and open, the domino, the arm centers, and then the rest of the upper body follows the arm, elastic lengthening, recoiling. So let's do that slow. So first it's the length. So Martina is thinking upwards into the movement, and she keeps her side bend as long as possible. The initiation is or was on Martina's right side, oblique abdominal muscles. Then the left side oblique abdominal muscles started to lengthen, of course, other lateral flexors too, quadratus lumborum, for example. The ribs are open, the inhalation is or was guided into the side of the rib cage here, and now from here it's the spiraling. So hand is reaching down. It's a very generous movement. We call this a tensegral movement, spiraling down. With my right hand, I'm lifting Martina's right rib cage a little bit, and I'm spiraling it towards me. And then with my left hand, probably you saw it, I followed the spiraling motion. I gave it more direction and quite generously. So we are aiming for a lengthening from the back of the shoulder down the upper mid back to the lower back, even across the pelvis down into the gluteal muscles. And then from here, there's a return into the side bend. And then Martina lowers the arm, which softens the tissue over the ribs and the side of the waistline. Then here is a kind of a bit of a stretch sensation, which then allows her to go over to the side with minimal effort and recoil. So we're going to the side. Again, here's the muscular focus in the movement, muscular control, and then spiraling. So making it really generous. Of course, muscles are engaged in front, but the focus is on the back, so the intention has changed. We are on the back now. Glide and length. And then back into a side bend. Then there is the domino arm. Here is the positive tension at the top. The weight of the arm takes the spine. Elastic lengthening, recoiling. Inhalation is increasing the length. With the exhalation, when Martina spirals down, the lowest ribs are more connected to the ribs, so she can spiral even more. With the inhalation, it's again all about length. With the exhalation, it's the domino, the arm is lowering. Inhale, more fascial tension, better recoil. One more time. So here is the muscular focus. We go into a fascial focus, glide, of course lengthening as well and strengthening, and then again back to side bend, allowing the movement to happen, arm down, elastic lengthening and recoiling. So different portions of the movement have different focuses, sometimes more focusing on muscles, sometimes more focusing on fascial qualities, therefore promoting myofascial synergy, and it's just a really joyful, beneficial movement. So I do hope you enjoy it.